Okay, so we can start our session right now. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
ma'am,
joining
sure.
me today. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm doing great, and thank you for accepting my request.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and yes, I trying to improve my fluency, and so that I do practices every day, and I feel productive after doing practices. So I can say I'm doing great. How about you, ma'am?
Okay. I'm doing great. Excellent, I would say. After meeting with you, I am having a conversation after a long time. I started taking group classes and all, so I was not taking conversational videos. I was not having conversational videos, but now I thought of joining you. You messaged me. So yeah, today I'm connecting.
Thank you. So shall we start from introduction?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would like to welcome you on my channel, Swetas English Lifestyle. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so my name is Sweta and I'm from West Bengal. I've completed my graduation and I'm doing masters. I'm about to complete, and along with it, I teach online and offline at institute and online session like personal classes, one-on-one session, and group classes. Basically, I love to teach and English language, and it has been going now on YouTube. I have completed 2 years and teaching on online 1.5 years completed. So this is all about me.
So my name is Neeta Rajmane. I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. I have completed my BA B.Ed, and I am a homemaker. I have two children. They are grown up, and I have lovely family. And if I talk about my hobbies, I like to listen to music, and sometimes I try to write also. That is pretty
Right?
much about. Yes, in my mother tongue, not in English. In my mother tongue, I used to write, and I try to write sometimes.
Okay. What is your mother tongue? You write in your mother
Yes.
tongue.
I'm from Maharashtra, so my mother tongue is Marathi.
Okay. So you wrote many songs, or just for hobbies you have written?
Initially, it was just for hobby, but
Hmm.
in 2025, two of my poems got published, and one my
Wow.
article got published. So that's how I started enhancing my skill, I can say, in 2025. So that is the
Wow.
turning point for me.
Great to know that. Excellent. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Still, are
Okay,
you
so
working? Are you writing these days or not?
yes, I have joined a class which is only related to writing skill. Sometimes I have to attend that meetings and I try to write as well. And
Okay. So you are
I
doing
try to,
online classes for writing
yes,
lyrics,
yeah, not
composing, we can
lyrics,
say.
not lyrics,
Then?
but yes,
Hmm.
it is classes for content writer and freelancer writer, how to start writing and how to earn money by writing, that type of
Okay.
suggestion we can get
Freelancing.
from, yes, freelancing, and that type of suggestion we can get that particular classes, and as well as we they teaches us how to write story, what are those things we have to keep it in our mind if we want to write a story. And in my initial days, I just used to write poems, but I was not trying to write article. But one of
Okay,
them,
poems. You published poems, right? I
yes,
thought
yes, poems.
songs. Sorry.
No, no,
Yeah,
songs,
I thought songs.
poems. Yes, not.
Mhm.
So yes, first time I wrote article, they gave a structure like how to write article. What are those things we have to keep it in our mind if you want to write any article. That time I came to know, okay, it is easy, but I was not sure. I just tried and sent that article to them, and they published that article. So I didn't publish it.
Hmm.
They published my article there, and yes, it is a great thing for me as well.
Hmm. How did you feel for the first time when your poem was published?
I feel great, and I think last month I got a book. which book
Hmm.
there is my poem in that book. I really feel proud for myself because when I started learning English or enhancing my skill, that time I was not sure. Just I wanted to learn something because my children are grown up. I had time and I wanted to use that time, and that's how I started learning English and enhancing my writing skill. And that
Hmm.
time I was not sure. Just I had time. I wanted to use that time. So I started
Hmm.
writing, and when my first article got published, I was really amazed because I didn't expect. First time I tried, and that article got published. It is a really great thing for me.
How, like,
Yes.
what was the process that, I don't have idea, but it is quite interesting for many people.
Yes. If you really want to write any article, so first of all, we need to have knowledge about that particular topic. Choose any topic.
Hmm.
You can't write randomly. If I wrote article about the importance of culture, so that time
Mm-hmm.
I'm very passionate about Indian culture, and I know that it is very rich. We take it granted, but our culture is very rich, and I wanted to
Hmm.
write something about it. And I wrote related to our culture, how we
Mm-hmm.
culturally very rich, but we are not aware about it. What culture plays role to shape our society. That types of things I wrote in that article, and because of that, maybe my article got published.
Wow, that's great to know that. Like, since your childhood, you had a dream to fulfill, or you build it in your college time, or when did you build that interest?
Yes, I used to write poems since when I was in seventh
Since your
grade.
childhood. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
but I
Hmm.
didn't try write other things. Just I used to write
Hmm.
poems, and in my
Hmm.
college days also I wrote some poems. And but that time I didn't try to publish those poems, but always I try to
Hmm.
write something. And after getting married, I didn't get chance to write and that type of
Hmm.
things. But I used to write. I didn't skip that activity. Always I had a one pen and notebook with me, and
Hmm.
yes, I that time I came to know, okay, I can't live my life without writing. And writing, it's not only publishing something and getting fame.
Hmm.
It is like when I write something, after writing, I feel light because there is a way to
Hmm.
express my
It's a
thought.
kind of it's a kind of a therapy for you,
Yes.
right?
And yes, and I like to read poems also, and I easily could resonate with that thought and that profound meaning which is hidden in that poem. I really fascinate about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the thing.
Wow.
And when I started learning English, that time I didn't expect this much fluency from me. But nowadays I'm reading some poems with the help of ChatGPT, Shakespeare's poem. It is like a new word for me. And
Hmm.
that's how I'm
So nowadays
nice.
you are trying in English as well. Earlier you were trying in Marathi language, but now you have started with
Yes.
English, right?
Not I did try. Yes, I wrote a poem for it is only 4 lines, and I'm not sure it is right or something is missing there. But
Didn't
first
you
time I
ask
tried.
ChatGPT?
No, yes, I my Marathi poem I shared with ChatGPT, but she didn't give exact idea because it is a machine, and to knowing our emotion and getting that profound meaning, we human emotions are needed there to understand
Hmm.
poems. I came to know that time. So just I
Hmm.
get idea about the Shakespeare's poem. What is the behind? What is the profound meaning in that poem? I just asked ChatGPT, give me 4 lines which written by Shakespeare. I want to know how
Hmm.
what was the topics or what was the things he discussed in his writing. I'm very passionate about it. It's not about only learning English because one day I asked ChatGPT, who is the great writer in the world, and it gave me answer Shakespeare. So
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
so I feel okay. Let me know what was that topic he discussed in his poem or in his what was that topics I wanted to know. So because of that, I asked that types of question with ChatGPT, and yes,
Hmm.
that is the thing.
Yeah, it is quite fascinating for many people. So that's why I kept asking question based on this, I would say. Yeah. I
Okay,
think you
so
wanted to ask one question. I got to know, but I interrupted, right? So you can definitely ask me. You wanted to say something that time.
okay, so I have watched some of your videos on YouTube, and I think your English is good. So I would like to know about your journey so that viewers can also get benefits from it.
I have been trying to share for a long time, I would say, my journey. And many people, those who are connected with me, so they know about my journey, I would say, because since my beginning, I have
Okay.
begun my since my beginning, I started making videos and uploaded. So many people know, but yeah, it is so emotional for me and interesting and everything. I think that English journey is completely different feeling for me. I can't even think like in a in a normal manner, I would say. When I think about my English journey, I feel emotional all the time. And I feel like it has been going and going and going, and I'm practicing, then teaching, then doing a lot of things, trying to evolve myself and improve myself, enhance myself, grow myself in this language. So it is so interesting for me in my life. It's a big thing in my life. I feel since my childhood, I didn't know that what is world or what is passion or what is what. I didn't know that, right? But when I was in college, that time I realized that yeah, I have also passion. I can build a passion and I can learn something big thing in my life that I realized in my college time. Earlier, I was underconfident. I didn't know anything, right? As I told you. So that's why I felt or I feel always it's a big thing for me. Big, very big thing in my life. And being a villager, I would say I belong to completely a rural area. In this rural area, nobody thinks about English deeply or doing by themselves. It's very difficult to think like that. If they want to learn English, they go to English medium schools or else they don't learn, right? But I realized in my college time and I started learning by myself. I didn't search any classes. I didn't think about my school that I studied in a government school and there was no environment, no partners, or even no schools like that to study in English. But I decided to do by myself on phone. So that is how I began my journey. I got first phone in my college time. So I started exploring to learn skills for my development. So I got to know about English language. Then I started watching a lot of videos because we don't have idea what to do, right? And where to go. If we belong to village, then even we can't learn any institutions or anywhere. It's very difficult to do that. So I was searching on phone and I was watching a lot of videos. Then I got to know that we can practice this language, and that's how I researched a lot for a long time. I have been watching videos, and then I began my YouTube channel. Self practice I was doing a lot by speaking, listening, then watching, thinking carefully, understanding, observing, all the things I was trying that way. Basically, we need this thing, and I became passionate by practicing. I would say self practice, self talk. I was doing a lot in front of camera. I was talking because I wanted to open up myself because I was not able to speak in my college time. So from this language, I started speaking, or with this language, I got a chance to raise my voice or say something or speak up, right? So that's how it is started, and still I'm practicing. Basically, I would say always I say to my viewers that I do practically method. I would say I use practical method means speaking practice I do every day. I made an environment for me. Many people say I don't have environment or I don't have partners. So I knew I got and I realized basically that we need partners and we need environment. So I created two things, both things. Partners means created first an environment. I surrounded with English. I made it like this way that I started watching only English videos. I shifted Hindi to English, right? I was not watching Hindi videos because I wanted to learn this language at any cost. And it was my big thing in my life. Nothing was there, only this language was there with me to do something in my college life, right? And I was underconfident. So I was doing so passionately to learn this language. So this is how I did practical method and I followed constantly. And on YouTube also I started guiding people because I started connecting. I made environment to connect with people and also I created partners. So many people started joining with me. So these are the things I have been doing constantly. Then by having conversation, I started teaching along with it. Then at institute also we started here in rural area. Basically, I wanted to teach rural students also. So I began that. So gradually, step by step, I'm trying to do everything. Then started doing workshop for students. English awareness program. I did that in our locality. So these are the things I'm trying, and I'm opening up myself and also having confidence from these activities by doing these activities. So
That's
there are
great.
many things to share, but yeah, if I would share, our video will not possible to complete in one session, right? Yeah.
That's great. And you are learning as well as you are teaching. And do
Hmm.
you think teaching helps us to learn language rapidly?
Absolutely, 100%. I have learned English in that way. I knew that my English was not that good, but I also knew one thing that if I teach or if I start teaching people, I would be good at it. Because when we teach anything or when we guide people or observe others as well, how they are learning, what they need, if what I need, if I can observe and others as well, then I can definitely improve. We need to not only just focus or observe others, but also we need to focus or observe to ourselves. So both things I tried, and that comes by teaching. So I tried observing people. I started guiding completely free of cost on YouTube. I was just having session or and I was just not only having session but also I was guiding them. I was observing their mistakes and I was also understanding, observing myself. I was also making mistakes during making conversational videos. In these 2 years I realized that okay, here I make mistakes or that person is making here in this way some silly mistakes which we make basically when we talk in English. We Everybody makes mistake, native speaker also makes mistake. So I was forcefully and like forcefully I was trying to understand both things, others mistakes and my mistakes. So those things I was doing and even I was guiding them. I was giving them feedback. I was making mistakes but I was also giving them feedback and I was giving feedback to myself as well. After having a session I was watching my videos that how I speak, because self practice, self learning is like that. You need to observe. You need to understand how you speak. Nobody will tell you. I am doing self practice, but guiding for others, but I am doing self practice for myself. People will not come to guide me, right? I have to do by myself. But I am there for people to guide anytime. It's like now a habit for me. It has become a habit. Yes.
That's great because yes, and I would like to know from you because I have facing some problem. I came to know about my mistakes. Sometimes I realize that that mistake I do again and again. But it is very difficult to rectify them in one try. We
Hmm.
are aware, we know the grammatical part, we are aware about it, but we make that mistake unknowingly while speaking. So, what would you suggest for?
Hmm. Hmm. Unknowingly we make mistakes, right? But as I told you, we need to follow observation technique here. We need to observe things. Now, it is not possible to speak and to understand. For that, we need to do practical and natural method. That is, we need to record. The common thing is what? We need to record and observe our speaking. Here, we are improving for ourselves. So, are you observing yourself? Are you seeing your videos? Are you seeing your speaking, how you are speaking? You want to improve for yourself. So only observing others, it's not enough, but we need to observe. So if we are making mistakes while speaking unknowingly, but if we record, we can understand later. We need to observe. We need to see that thing, how we are doing. Right. So this is how we do, and repeatedly we do. And again, when we do, we understand that I think I'm making mistakes unknowingly. But when we see second time or repeatedly when we do that, we understand that okay, here I'm making mistakes, and we say again and again to our brain, and brain gets habituated to understand that okay, automatically you'll get the notification in your brain that I think I make a mistake. Next time I will not repeat that. You will understand consciously because you're doing again and again. So it becomes conscious process. Unconsciously you do initially, but when you follow these techniques, it become conscious process and you will understand easily because you are doing repeatedly. So this is how also we understand, and when we do repeatedly, our brain gets alertness and also gives us notification that you make a mistake right now. I did in that way. So it's a real practical method, which is my experience and which I did and I shared.
So
Yes.
I have a next question for you. Can I ask? Or you would like to ask
Sure,
something?
sure. You can definitely ask me then I will ask. Oh, we have
Okay, so
already completed 32 minutes, but yes, but no problem. You can ask me.
okay. Okay, so getting fluency, it's quite easy in my case. I'm not talking about others. But
Hmm.
speaking accurately, trying to rectify our mistakes and trying to speak accurately, it is quite difficult because when we reach intermediate level, that time we
Hmm.
want to reach advanced level. What would you suggest for it? But I feel difficulty while doing my practices. I feel sometimes I get idea, okay, these types of mistake I'm making, and I need to work on those mistakes. And to those are intermediate speakers, and they want to reach advanced level. So, what would you suggest for them?
Yes. So basically, for advanced level, I feel that it's like we have to do again and again when we become an intermediate level. So I feel we need to do more things. Basically, what is new for us? I believe in that way. Like now, I also want to become advanced speaker and great speaker. So what will I do for that? Which thing I don't have idea? I will try that. Basically, you need to understand some activities or aspects to follow. Now you need to understand at this stage we need to read properly, focusedly, mindfully, attentively to understand words, new vocabularies. Because we are not native speakers, so we have become an intermediate level. So we don't need to learn new things or no. It is always there. Even there are many vocabularies we cannot complete. Never. It is never ending process. So at this stage, I feel that we need to learn something new, as I told you, which you don't know. In your life, it is not a part of your life now. So what you need to do, you need to make a part of your life. The words, sentences in your life, you want to apply that. So which you don't know, try to learn. That is how I also do. And with by getting that thing, what we can do, we can listen as much as we can to get new word, new vocabulary, and as you also said that accurately we can speak. So for that, observation is needed, and along with it we need to understand sounds, and listening is the key for that. When we listen the sound, we don't even need any technical method for that. Only observing things and listening the sound carefully is enough for that. Accurate speaking or fluent speaking or sound if we want to understand, and muscle memory like mouth muscle memory also we need to practice that. Like you need to do certain things like we listen. When we listen that time, we need to understand what words I can't pronounce when we listen. When I listen any videos, I ask myself, this word, am I able to pronounce or not? Let's do it instantly. any new words we are having or getting, so do it instantly and see how you pronounce and do it repeatedly. Then again it becomes habituated to say that word again and again. When we say, it becomes like usual, normal for us to pronounce it, right? But when we don't know, that time it is difficult. We think, oh my god, this word I don't have idea, I don't know how to pronounce or sound even I don't know. So you need to learn that by reading you can do, by listening you can do, and by watching you can do, and by observing native speakers we can do. These are the things we need to do. Reading is always important in at this level, I believe. Now I started reading. Earlier I was not reading. But now I focus on words, vocabulary, sentences, which I don't have idea. In my life, I don't use many word sentences. So for that, I need to learn to make it habitual thing in my life, to use it easily, effortlessly, basically. Now I don't have idea or I don't use. So I need to make a habit of using those things by practically. So this is how we need to do, I believe, for advanced level. And as I told you, two things we need to understand: observation and repetition is needed. Two things if we do by reading, listening, it will be great for us to get that fluency or to become a great speaker. I believe in that way.
Really, you give me insightful idea or insightful advice to achieve plans. Thank you for it.
Thank you
If
so
you have
much.
any question, ask me, or if you want to wrap up, you can wrap.
Okay, so we have already completed 37 minutes. I would love to connect with you again because you are also great speaker. You are speaking very nicely and I can see that passion in you. You also want to do something in this language. So we'll definitely connect. We'll discuss about it. And I really liked having session with you. So I would love to connect again. We'll meet in another
Thank you.
session.
Thank you for
Yeah.
giving me this opportunity. I was waiting for a long period of time and I wanted to connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
Yes, have a great evening as well. And thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.